No, I didn't. I thought I brought notes, but thank you. This is fancy.
Do you want this word roster for them?
For what?
This is their word roster with
I printed that out. So I actually did bring like one thing. Oh my god, that's so. I got that.
Can you worry about stuff?
Well, you're in my space. You're in my space.
I am. Guess when Steve starts? 10 a.m.
I'll leave earlier. It's a 4-hour drive.
No, we're staying over.
Oh, really? What day y'all going, Friday?
Staying where?
Tennessee. Who's going? Is it just distance? Is it cross country?
Yeah, so throwers are going to Newberry Friday.
Why did everybody keeps saying it's long distance? I thought it was everything.
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Because they were talking today.
Who am I gonna run with?
I gotta run over there.
Literally.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Kill you in your sleep. Yes. Hey, Liz, y'all's TikTok. She's scared. She's like, hey, pass the food. Yeah, all caps. No, Eli's. Welcome to Chili's. And then Harrison.
Whatever you told me you could do, I put you down.
He should have done the what's happening.
It was bad.
I think I sent that picture in the group chat. I have the bracket up here too.
Oh, I took a bunch of notes.
Okay.
Not a bunch, but like
Because I did not.
some things that I could talk about. Like I asked Gary for like the threatening players, like that kind of stuff. When do you want to go on?
Whenever you want.
I don't want to talk a ton too early.
No, you
So
can just keep that if you
Maybe
need.
like with like 5 minutes left.
Yeah, they're doing international walkout too, so we can always save starting lineups for that
Okay.
time.
So if they do that, then do we have to talk, or like could the video pick up them? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sometimes we just have to keep these on and this volume on,
Okay.
or it doesn't pick it up.
Okay.
But yeah, we can do that, and then we can kind of rattle them off.
I mean, I'm cool with just rattling them off like very quickly as they're like.
When they get in their huddle.
Yeah.
Because I'll have him pan to Carson Newman, and we can go through theirs, and then I'll cut to theirs.
Okay. Sweet.
So you want to go on with, you said 5 minutes to go?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't have like a ton to fill in between like now and that time. Like
What did you take down?
I have their threatening players, but like one of them isn't even starting. But I don't know if she's like out with COVID or whatnot. But maybe she's just like a bench player. But I'm still gonna mention her because she leads the conference in assists right now.
Yeah. And we can kind of roll through the bracket as well.
Yeah, I was gonna talk like we both finished second in our pod. Both of Carson Newman's losses came from Lincoln Memorial, and I was gonna talk like Lenoir-Rhyne, beat Lincoln Memorial for the first game of the season, but that kind of matchup like doesn't mean anything in soccer. Like we can talk about that, how like different components, like different teams can outweigh other teams based on different aspects. Like you and I can talk soccer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not worried about that. But then like I know
It's
like
the
whoever we
nitty-gritty
play
stuff
will
that
play like
Audie-
the winner of Wingate Catawba on Thursday, like that kind of stuff. So, like, we can talk about if Catawba is to win, then the game would be hosted at Catawba.
Right.
If Wingate were to win, then, the next game could be hosted here.
Right.
Would it be hosted here if Wingate were to win, no matter if we won? Yeah. If we won, then it would be hosted. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're 8.
Right. Duh, obviously. But, like, I did the same thing for the men's game. Like, I asked Jack about, like, the, key players to look out from their side.
And when the game starts, like, I don't know how good she is on the camera. I just picked her up today because I needed a person, so I might just have to help her out a little.
Okay. That's fine.
Is this the huddle you were talking about?
No, they're gonna they'll do that, and then they do an international walkout. So they'll line up next to the refs, walk out. We'll do starting lineups, anthem, and then they'll break. All kind of perfect. Absolutely. This table's not big enough.
Which one of these is going to be mine? Does it matter?
Whatever one you want.
Are the chords decent for both sides?
Yeah. Chris, you good? All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want
Good
me?
evening, Bear fans.
Hey, I turned this off.
Okay.
Do you want me to start us off?
Yeah, you can start us off.
Okay.
I had no idea that's. I'm so used to Audie doing
I know.
it.
Hang on, there's something. Good afternoon, Bears Nation, and welcome to Moret Sports Complex, home of the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. I'll be your broadcaster tonight, Danny Nicosia, along with my partner, Jenna Beauregard. Here for the SAC Championship Quarterfinals, you have the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears versus the Carson Newman Eagles. Jenna, what are you excited for in this game?
I'm excited to see something new. So, obviously, been a weird year where we've seen the same teams matching up against each other. So, it's going to be nice to see something fresh, see something we haven't seen before. Danny, I know you played college soccer at Division II level. You actually played at Queens. I played at USC Aiken. We've played Carson Newman before. They've always been a dominant team. I mean, looking at their starter lineup right now, they have some tall players out there.
Absolutely. They were always a challenge when we would play them at Queens. A lot of height, a lot of power, and always a strong suit in the conference for sure.
So I talked to Gary Higgins earlier today, and he gave me some players that, Lenoir-Rhyne is going to be keeping an eye on during this game. And one of those players is actually one of the 6'1" players that we see out there, number 3, Christina Markford. So she's a senior defender out of Germany, and she's just going to be dominant in the air, I'm suspecting.
Absolutely, especially with that height. I mean, it's going to be hard to win 50-50 balls over her, and it'll give this Bears lineup a little bit of a struggle since they lack in height.
Just to make matters worse for the Bears, they have actually another player on their roster that's also 6'1". So that'll be interesting to see how we handle those 50-50 balls in the air if Gary Higgins approaches it in a way that, hey women, we might not win the first ball, but let's be ready to win that second one.
Absolutely.
Another player to look out for is number 21, Emily Petrell. So she's a senior forward from Wilson, North Carolina. She's got 34 shots on the season, currently has 6 goals, and that's the most in the conference right now. So that's another player that Gary Higgins and these Bears are going to need to watch out for. I mean, 34 shots on the season, they're better be ready for her to just take the opportunities as she sees them, because they're definitely going to be coming. Hopefully Grayson Hammond's ready in the back.
Absolutely. I was just going to mention Grayson. She's been an absolute stud in goal for the Bears, and I'm excited for this matchup, as I think it's just going to be it's going to be really good soccer. And we're going to take a pause here for the national anthem.
this. After this, I'll go through the lineup really fast for each team. Just have one more player to mention for them, and then I'll go through this, and we'll be good. And one last player to mention for Carson Newman. She's actually not in the starting lineup, but Molly Buickowicz has the most assists on the season. So if we do see her come into this matchup tonight, I'm sure she's going to be a crafty player that looks to get the ball out and looks for those goal-scoring opportunities for her teammates. So very quickly, tonight's starting lineup. For Carson Newman, we have Lily Ebner, Kate Zander, Christina Markford, Yinta Cooper, Lyra Maiths, Misha Wolters, Michaela Garner, Addie Henry, Emily Futrol, Noelle Creaser, and Savannah Fields. And then for your Lenoir-Rhyne Bears, we have Grayson Cameron in goal, Alicia Cruis at defense, Rhea Acton at defense, Stephanie Figueredo up top, Neve Dustin in the midfield, Rosie Weaver in the midfield/forward area, Amanda McFarland in the midfield, Anna Moliner-Serra as a defender, Louise Berg as a defender, Maddie Kyle in the midfield, and Kara Gavigan up top.
And that is a strong starting lineup for the Bears. One that's just had a really good season, really strong outing. Finished that last game against Wingate. Those 2 goals by Gavigan. And like I said, this is just going to be super exciting to watch.
Yeah, I'm really happy that Kara was able to earn the start tonight. I mean, obviously, clearly she earned it from that performance we saw out here the other night. Interested in seeing what's going to be like tonight, just because obviously the last time we were out here reporting, the weather was quite different, so a little bit chilly out here. I want to say it was like 37 with the women playing second, with their game being at 7:30 last time we were out. So today it's in the 70s. It's definitely a much different atmosphere when it comes to the weather, but this is nothing the Lenoir-Rhyne can't handle. They've been prepping for this. I know they practiced yesterday. Felt a little bit warmer yesterday, so we're about to get underway here. Looks like it's going to be Amanda McFarland in the center circle kicking off. Both teams just on their toes. You can feel just the high pressure situation of this game. This is the quarterfinals. If you don't win this game, you are done for the season. And she's going to play it back to Nev Dustin to start the game, and Nev's going to play it over to the right side, but headed away. Alicia Crew is able to collect. Looks for Stephanie Figueredo with some nice ball work after she kind of slips and falls down. She's able to find Kara on the outside, and Kara just with that speed
Absolutely.
takes it in line. Almost into the corner there.
And the Bears have that great speed on either side. We don't have Allie Zuger out there on the left wing to start. But you can swap her and Kara Gavigan in and out, and you're going to have some speed.
Yeah, we do. We have Rosie Weaver on the left right now, and Rosie's just as fast. Like, she's got shorter legs, but, I mean, she's quick. And we're about to see Rosie get her first touch, it looks like, potentially. Yep, she didn't get the strike on the ball that she wanted, but she was able to play it off to Rhea Acton.
That's
Rhea
a great
Acton's
move.
going to take it in line, tries to get a cross in. Rhea Acton still somehow has this ball.
See if Nev can get a shot off.
We'll take it. It's a shot on goal to start off. It may not have been the most powerful kick I've ever seen in my life, but a shot on goal is what you want to start off with. It gets that, that pace going for your team. So hopefully we'll see more of that as this first half continues. Amanda McFarland picks it up in the midfield. The pass doesn't go her way, but Kara Gavin over there with those long legs able to pick it off and is taking it in line once again, but it's going to go out for a throw-in. That's what Kara's great at. She's great at taking that ball in line on that right wing over there.
Absolutely. The speed combined with her footwork, she can beat anyone 1v1.
We're going to see a throw-in from Maddie Kyle, and again, Kara able to collect, pass it off to Nev, and then to Alicia, and Alicia smartly is going to play it back.
And the Bears in a little bit of a different lineup. As I said, Allie Zuger's not in to start the game. But we also have Steph up top, and Nev's moved back to the midfield spot. And usually they're pretty flip-flopped.
Yeah, it looks like Nev is playing that typical number 10 position that we see kind of in players like Carly Lloyd. So Nev's great at that. She's great at distribution and seeing the field. Steph's just as great. So I like the players we have up top right now.
100%. And that was a good ball by Alicia Cruz. Unlucky Gavigan wasn't able to get a foot on it.
And it looks like Carson Newman's going to have their first possession in our defensive third, the Bears' defensive third. As they try and build something back there, and Carson Newman able to get a strike off on that ball.
It was Emily Futrell. It was a great strike and a little bit high.
And, you know, again, from the previous notes and just talking with Gary Higgins again, she's that player that if she sees an opportunity to get a shot off, she's going to take it. Like I said earlier, I think she's got 34 shots in the season. That's a high number. So the Bears have got to be ready for that tonight.
Absolutely. Grayson Cameron has to stay on her toes, ready for any shot from anywhere on the field.
Looks like Rhea Atkins just going to let this one go out of bounds for Grayson Cameron's first goal kick of the night. And I'm sorry, that was Anna Molnar, Sarah. Their buns throw me off.
I know. They all look the same, and we're so far away.
So Louise Berg takes it up the field for a bit and plays it through. Carson Newman able to clear. Ain is able to collect, but Carson Newman adding quick pressure that forces Molnar Sarah to play a ball out wide and out for a Carson Newman throw-in. Carson Newman again going to take a throw-in from pretty much where they just took it. There's some of that height that we were talking about earlier, and Mark Fort right there.
But this Bears back line, you know, they've been really strong all year round. Just really not letting the offensive side of their opponent get a lot of shots off. Always winning the ball back and creating some really good pressure.
Our defense has been great also about just maintaining their composure and playing the ball through the back line, as Nev Dustin is going to play a ball
what a beautiful ball
out to Rosie Weaver. And there's, again, shorter legs, but look at that speed from Rosie Weaver, and she takes the ball in line, and she's going to cross it in with the left foot and earn the first LR Bears corner kick of the evening. Let's see, it looks like Steph Figueredo is going to be the one that's going to take this corner kick. And Steph's had some good set pieces lately.
Absolutely.
She's been threatening with just laying off pieces right there between the penalty marker and the 6, which is that awkward area where a goalie doesn't know, do I come off my line and collect this? What am I going to do? So if she can continue that and put in some threatening balls tonight, I think she's going to be creating some great goal-scoring opportunities for the Bears.
Absolutely. And for Carson Newman, I think this is where their height is really going to be helpful to them. Just 50-50 balls in the air. They're going to be able to kind of jump over the Bears' offensive line.
Yeah, you know, we saw Mark Fort, who was playing up top. She's come back defensively for these corner kicks. And why not with her height? And Figueredo's going to play, unfortunately, not the best ball in. It's got a little bit of length on it, and it's going to go out for a Carson Newman goal kick.
And the Bears are pressing really high right at the top of that box, really not wanting to let Carson Newman out of that third of the field.
Yeah, they're not going to let him build out of the back easily. As you can see, the goalkeeper then tells her players, hey, let's push up. You know, these short passes out of the box aren't going to work right now with that high pressure from the Bears.
And there's a little bit of a wind. You can see the ball hang just a little in the air, so definitely not as bad as it was the other night against Wingate, but might play a factor here at some point during the game.
Yeah, Carson Newman's currently, you know, kicking straight into that wind, so it's definitely not an advantage for them, as Mac plays a great ball into Rosie, who lays it off to Rhea Atkins. Rhea Atkins smartly plays it back through the back. This is what both of our programs have done a great job of lately, is when it's not on to go forward, hey, let's play it back. Let's, you know, maintain our composure, maintain possession, and see what we can build up front.
Yeah, and I think that gives kudos to a lot of our success. You know, we're not trying to force it down
Yeah, I mean,
one side of the field.
you see Alicia doing it there again. It's better to maintain the ball and possess
It's a great
than
ball.
give it off. And that was a beautiful ball over there to react on the left-hand side. She plays it in to Nev, who does a great job positioning her body between the player and the ball. And Figueredo has it at the top of the box.
Unlucky. Lucky she wasn't offsides on that one.
She timed it up pretty well. That's about as good as it's going to get. Just if she had one more step on that react and would have gotten a beautiful through ball from Steph Figueredo right there. So far, what do you think of how we're playing?
I think this is a pretty even matched game. You know, their possession isn't that lopsided. I think both teams are doing well, moving the ball around the field. I think this Bears pressure is giving Carson Newman a little bit of a problem building out of the back, and we've had a few more opportunities. But I'm impressed with both groups so far, and this is definitely going to be a low-scoring battle to the end.
It's a good match. It's like I said at the beginning. It's nice to see something fresh, and look at the pressure from this Bears offense as they can't even. Carson Newman can't even get the ball out of the box right there, and a ball played across almost to Rosie Weaver, but that's great pressure by the Bears and just not making it easy for Carson Newman whatsoever. That's one thing where the Bears have definitely had an advantage, is that we've had much more possession inside of our attacking third than Carson Newman's had.
Absolutely, and you can see they're struggling to just get it out of that half.
It's not that their possession is bad, it's just that they're not possessing in the part of the field they want to be possessing in whatsoever.
And every time they look to make that pass, it seems to be that a Bear is there to pick it off.
100%, as we see Alicia Cruz intercept a ball there, and now the defense is again playing it through the back as they potentially look to switch, but looks like Sarah likes what she sees on the other side, but Berg's going to send it right back out. Reacting, doing a great job of getting touch line here and creating options. Figueredo checking back and able to collect this ball and turn very well.
She's going to look for Gavigan there.
She's looking through for that through back. Oh,
it's the right idea, especially with Kara's speed. She can get that ball. It's just a little too flat.
Yeah. I would love to see one of those diagonal passes, straight run kind of connections tonight, especially with Gavigan and her speed. And then just look for our players to get inside that box.
Absolutely. We've already had a couple opportunities
100%.
like that.
Again, look at this pressure from the Bears. And Gavigan's there to just this is great right now.
Absolutely.
It's just, as a unit, they are making it so difficult for this Carson Newman team.
And this is something that we haven't seen from the Bears yet this season, is this high-pressure defense, especially in their attacking third. And Steph is taking away that pass to even the goalkeeper.
Yeah, to see forwards work together like that is just such a pretty picture, because it's so often that we see one forward working their tail end off and getting tired, but to see them working together when Steph pressures, Kara is ready to, pick off the next pass that's going to come, that's going to make it really difficult for this Carson Newman team tonight. As we see Futrell, again, that dangerous player on the 18. She looks to take a shot. Thankfully, our defense, again, brick wall back there, shutting it down real quick, but you just see, Futrell she's ready to get some shots off tonight.
Absolutely. She's feeling a little dangerous, ready to take some shots outside the box. And honestly, I think that's where Carson Newman's, they're going to have to take advantage of those opportunities, because right now Lenoir-Rhyne's not giving them very much to work with.
As Carson Newman plays a ball outside towards the right here to number 9, Garner.
That one's going to trickle out for a goal kick.
So it looks like the Bears are setting up similarly to how the Carson Newman Eagles were setting up on their goal kicks, except for the Bears are going to be able to play it out of the back and build as Louise Berg collects it and passes it up over there to Maddie Kyle.
And the Bears are doing a great job of spreading the field. The middle is wide open. Mac and Alicia both have lots of space in there to work with. And
that was a nice touch from
yes,
Cruz
beautiful.
right there. And the crowd's going to give her some love. But yeah, definitely opening up the field. It's not compact for the Bears at all. It's plenty of space to work in. And when you open the field like that, then you create opportunities for what we just saw from Nev, where she's able to check in and collect these passes in the middle.
And since our wingers are so dangerous, it's going to pull those Carson Newman midfielders out and open the middle up even more.
So we see that's Maddie Kyle over there, the far side, taking this throw in. She's going to find Steph Figueredo. That Emily Futrell player, she does look dangerous. Everything I've seen from her tonight when she has touched the ball, she just seems like she's very in focus and she's keeping the ball close to her. Hopefully Gary Higgins and his team is just going to continue to shut that down as we see Futrell again collect the ball. And she's playing that's a dangerous ball through right there that Sarah's got to work to just keep out of bounds, but Emily does. She looks in tune tonight. She's definitely going to be a dangerous threat for the Bears.
Absolutely. And Ina, not really any open passes there, just kind of has to usher it out of bounds.
Sometimes that's the best thing you can do is just
absolutely
get it out so that you can recollect. As we see a foul there, and it looks like the Bears are going to get a free kick within our own defensive third.
And I'm interested to see if this game gets physical as we progress into the second half. If we stay 0-0, you know, is that aggression going to come out as we kind of start to fight for a goal here? As you see Berg and Ina just kind of passing back and forth in the back line.
Yeah, just waiting for something to open up. And again, Steph Figueredo is going to check into that center space that we talked about earlier that's able to be open because of just the width that the Bears are creating. And that was a nice little connection between Cruz and Figueredo right there. And Figueredo again collects the ball.
It seems like Nevin and Steph have kind of switched roles here for a little bit until...
I think they're going to do that a couple times tonight.
Absolutely. And those are two players that are so interchangeable that you can do that and it's going to be danger no matter what.
See Rhea collected over here in this left-hand sideline.
I
Play
bet
it back to Sarah.
Ina's going to switch that, and they're going to go up the other side.
Yeah, all day. And you know what? Carson Newman's smart to give him that, because when you want to pressure down on that ball is here when it starts to get into that, you know, middle section of the field, or for Carson Newman in their own defensive third, like that's when they're going to want to anchor down as Mac tries to clear it out and kind of misjudge that little whiff for you. Ooh, Cruz with a nice little cut back.
That's beautiful, and there
ball
goes Gavigan.
And Gavigan, again, just the speed.
Mathis just kind of throwing her body a little bit just to stop the momentum of the ball.
There was nothing else that she could do.
No, absolutely not.
Let me try and get any kind of connection with this ball so I don't commit a foul and slow this Kara Gavigan girl down.
Right, it's either that or she's going to blow by and take that ball to the touchline.
We see Emily play a huge ball, just boots it up top, looking for any of her players to connect. And, you know, good play because she did have one player up there, and it looks like Sarah again has to kick it out for a Carson Newman throw-in. Carson Newman's going to play it back on that throw-in.
Oh, what a ball.
Play it across. And, yeah, that was a dangerous ball.
Especially with Gardner running in from the right side.
Yeah, I don't know if that was Acton's man or Sarah's man, but
they definitely
that's a
lost
scary
her.
one. You gotta make sure you're marking that player and staying goal side.
Absolutely.
Grayson Cameron boots it up the field, and Carson Newman able to win that first ball, but thankfully for the Bears, it looks like it's going to be flicked on out of bounds. But that's what I was talking about, is with those tall players that Carson Newman has, they're probably going to win a majority of the first balls tonight.
Absolutely.
So they just have to be ready to win the second ball and smartly approach how they're handling that situation and make sure they're winning that second ball.
Take advantage of any off touch that the Eagles might have.
Great step in by Cruz there. And a good switch. So Sarah's got plenty of room in front of her. Let's see how she handles it.
Oh, again, looking for that through ball behind the back line. It's going to come, and it's going to be dangerous, and they're going to capitalize on it at some point. It's just finding the right time to do so.
Correct. Gardner was there to just kind of boot that one out and away. And Rhea Acton is going to be taking this throw in for the Bears.
You know, if that throw goes, if we get the ball down the field just a little bit more, you know, they're going to give that to Steph to throw in, just like a corner kick.
Just like we saw in the game last night with the two flicks. And Nev's looking up. You can tell she wants the switch, and she's going to find it. Let's see if
Ooh.
she managed to keep that in. Kara with a just a great first touch to save that ball from Nev.
Oh,
She's going to
fancy.
be taking it right in line.
And there's Mac.
Oh,
What a strike by Mac.
that was a great strike. I mean, that's one of those ones where you're hitting it so hard as a goalkeeper, you're not even going to be able to catch that ball, as we just saw.
Especially with all the commotion that was already in the box to begin with.
100%. So if the Bears can make that happen again, and if we can just get a few more players to be on their toes, be ready to follow up when the goalkeeper juggles that ball off, we can totally take advantage of that.
Absolutely. And Mac was in such a great spot, just kind of waiting at the top of the box in case something did pop out, as it did. Another dangerous ball.
It's crazy because Carson Newman doesn't seem like they're too threatening, but every time they have an opportunity, so far tonight, it seems like they're seizing it.
Absolutely.
So they're taking advantage of the opportunities. There have been few, but they seem so threatening because they're actually doing something with them. And we're going to see them earn a corner kick right here. And it looks like Emily Futrell is going to be that player that steps up to take it. And good ball in, the back of the 6. And those are going to be so dangerous all night long if Carson Newman continues to get set piece like that because of the height that they have on the field.
Absolutely. You see Markford almost get her. Well, she got her head on it, but the Bears are there to clean that up again. But like you said, they're going to be dangerous on any 50-50 ball that goes in the air just because of how tall they are.
100%. And it wasn't a bad ball in.
Not at all.
Top of the 6 like that. As we see Maddie Kyle trying to take it up this right sideline. And
Look at
she's getting there. She's going to play a ball in, and goalkeeper right there.
Maddie Kyle is one of those players that is so quiet, but when she gets the ball and you give her space to go, she's going to go, and she's going to put Lenoir-Rhyne in a place to score.
Yeah, for a defender, like she's already back right now as the ball's again in her section, but for a defender to just take the ball all the way inline like that, it shows a lot about her and how she's clearly in shape and working hard, and she wants to be part of the offense and she wants to create opportunities for her teammates.
And it shows the great connection between her and her teammates, because once she goes, Gavigan has to step back and fill her spot, and the confidence and the trust that they have in each other to do that and know that it's going to happen, that's big time.
Steph able to collect a ball in the middle of the field and is able to turn, looks up. You can see she wants Rosie Weaver. And Rosie's going to have space to collect it and get on her horse as she takes it. Takes it with her left foot there.
Kreiser with a great step to the ball, really just stepping in Weaver's way. Otherwise, that could have been big time for the Bears.
Could have been very dangerous. Nev plays a great ball back to Rhea Acton, who's
love to see her get a shot off.
She's
oh my, no
wow.
way.
That was beautiful from Rhea Acton.
That was incredible.
So just able to collect it over here on the left sideline, sees that Carson Newman's given her some space, takes a few touches inside, right over to the top of the 18, and just curls one back post.
And we're going to show you a replay of that real quick. You can see Nev with a great touch back to Rhea off of the throw-in, and she
carries it, she sees the space, and the curl on that ball going back net.
Yeah, that was beautiful, just right over the goalkeeper.
And that's perfect opportunity for the Bears, just totally taken advantage of. Smart on Rhea Acton to look up, see what Carson Newman's given her space-wise, and just nice little connecting pass over there from Nev Dustin. That was great, and the goal is scored by the Bears with 25 minutes left to play in this first half. And
the wind definitely played a part in that, Jenna. You know, it's going towards that Carson Newman goal, and I think it just kind of lifted it up over the goalkeeper, and it really helped Lenoir-Rhyne in that situation. Yeah, and I mean, it's nothing on Ebner there. Ebner's doing her job as a goalkeeper. It's just one of those balls that Rhea Acton just placed that as perfectly as you can place it. Absolutely. Can't beat a great upper 90 goal. And Carson Newman is now trying to create an attacking opportunity of their own as we see them in the attacking third. Looks like number 2, Kate Zander, is going to be taking this throw in. And just unable to connect right there as the Bears are going to get the ball back and have a throw in of their own from none other than the goal scorer herself, Rhea Acton.
Great job by Steph Figueredo right there to just shield the player, and she honestly earns a foul out of it too, but just doing a great job of putting her body in between the ball and the defending player right there. As Sarah switches it out to Louise Berg. Berg's just going to play it up top. Unfortunately, Gavigan's not going to get to that one. Carson Newman begins to take it up the field, and there's Louise Berg picking it off. Carson Newman's going to earn a throw in here.
And Mathis just with that height, even over Louise Berg, who's tall herself, really just looking to turn on her.
Looks like there was an offsides call as we see Grayson Cameron collecting.
And it looks like Jessica Carmichael's checked in for Kara Gavigan over on the right wing for the Bears.
Sorry we missed that substitution earlier as Carmichael collects it, carries it, and finds a beautiful pass outside on the right wing to Maddie Kyle. Oh, Maddie's attempt to take it in line to get a cross off, just a little bit too much of a heavy touch there.
I think we missed Jessica's substitution on that goal.
I honestly have no idea. It was on the goal?
I think that's when.
We were too focused on the beautiful shot.
I know, it was so beautiful.
Maybe if we would have stopped drooling over that, we would have actually caught the substitution.
We'll be better about that on the next one.
Unless it's a really pretty shot again, then.
No promises.
We're two soccer people. We can't help it.
Carson Newman really looking to break that Bears pressure, work it up this right sideline. Oh, unlucky. Just a little bit flat on that attempt there. Grayson Cameron, easy for her to just come out and get it. And our cameraman, Chris, protecting the camera gear at all costs as that ball comes into the stands.
Equipment first.
Absolutely. I taught them right.
And your physical well-being. But yeah, Carson Newman, they're trying to knock on the door. I don't think they've had a true opportunity yet, is what I would say.
You know, on this last play, Jenna, I would have liked to see Gardner get it and then them continue that run up the sideline. Just kind of get like a little ticky-tack, 1-2 passes up the sideline, then look for that through ball as you break through the Bears defense.
Yeah, I feel like what the Bears are great at, which is finding the sideline and taking advantage and streaking down the sideline and then playing that ball back inside. We haven't seen that from Carson Newman at all whatsoever. It seems like they are trying to build more through the middle with their forwards. And even that hasn't really been on for them tonight. Just, again, credit to this LR Bears defense that clearly they did their homework. They probably watched some film. They know what they got themselves into with this matchup.
Absolutely, and we pack the middle so tight that it's really hard for teams to work through the middle. So Carson Newman trying to do that, you know, it's going to be difficult for them.
Yeah, and Lenoir-Rhyne's they've always been like that. Whenever I used to play them, they were the same ways. Again, we see Carson Newman trying to just play a straight ball through up top to the center forward there, and it's not on. Grayson Cameron able to come off her line and easily collect as we see her telling her players to go ahead and push up. Great boot down the field, but again, that
Mathis was there just
that
clean
height.
that up. I was talking to Jay-Z during warm-ups, and I was like, wow, they're really tall, you know, like that was always something I never had as a soccer player.
Yeah, I feel
height.
like Carson Newman reminds me of North Georgia in that way, where they just have some tall, physical players.
Absolutely.
I feel like we haven't seen too much physicality. Crazy physicality is what I would say anyways. We've definitely seen some players bodying up, but nothing that's been outrageous.
Nothing like that Wingate game.
Right, haven't seen too many fouls in this game so far. Carson Newman.
Unlucky. Mac's not happy with that one.
Yeah, Kate Zander gets a little bump there. Goes down, and Carson Newman, you know, this could be a threat. This is, when I was a player, I would have loved to have a free kick opportunity right here. And we are going to see Emily Futrell be that one to step up. And I've seen her take a few shots earlier, and she's got a big leg on her. I see her floating this ball probably right over there in the back of the 6 on that our left-hand post.
Yeah, both your three tallest players back
And
there.
yep, she's going to do just that. And
that was a lucky roll.
Thankfully, that was not on goal at all, but it is going to earn Carson Newman another corner kick. And again, it's going to be on the opposite side this time, but Emily Futrell is still going to be the one that jogs over the corner, is going to step up and be the one to take it.
And, you know, for Carson Newman, you've got Noelle Kreiser, Christina Markford, and Mathis all on that back post. And if you pop it right in there, they can just float over this LR defense.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at it, have tremendous amount of height advantage.
Wow, that was incredible by Grayson
Cameron's
Cameron.
Going to come off her line. Steph Figueredo, great job just as Grayson Cameron steps off the line, staying on the line and able to head that one out. Would have been in for a goal if she wasn't there.
Absolutely. That was a great read by Steph to just to hang back a little bit.
But Carson Newman still, after that, it was a good clearance from Steph, but I mean, a header like that obviously is usually not going to go too far. Carson Newman was able to collect it and had another opportunity where they played it inside, but Grayson Cameron able to come away with it, and she's going to throw it out to Rhea Acton, and this is where LR is great. So now it's already over to Rosie Weaver in the left-hand corner. She's got a player on her. Let's see what kind of fancy footwork she's got in her. Cuts back right.
Again, same spot.
Finds Rhea in her sweet spot. Rhea, it's on her left foot.
Looking for Nev there.
Yeah.
See what Matt can do here.
She's got space in front of her, but smart. Play it back, collect, rebuild, and strike again. So
absolutely.
Louise Berg is going to be the one to build it out of the back. Finds Nev Dustin towards the center of the field.
And you know,
Nev able to turn. Nev,
look
beautiful. Up. Get a shot off, Nev. Plays the
what
ball
a
through to Steph Figueredo, who's
it's gonna be offsides.
Personally, I might say something to Nev tomorrow and be like, Nev,
why didn't you rip that one yourself?
You weren't here last year, Danny, but Nev can rip some shots.
Oh, I've seen video.
I know you've seen it.
I've seen video. She's a little spark plug, and
not a bad through ball to Steph Figueredo at all. Great
Absolutely
idea,
not.
but I think that a ball at the top of the 18 like that.
Why
her
not
right
have
foot,
it?
I would have loved to see her strike that ball.
And with the wind as well.
Anyways, unlucky. On to the next. As they say in soccer, unlucky.
Right.
So Carson Newman's going to take a throw in here, and Emily Futrell with a nice little flick on. Alicia's doing a great job of just breaking up a lot of the stuff in the midfield.
Absolutely. She just has that graceful touch about her. It's magic when she touches the ball.
Rhea Acton just take it away from Gardner there. And Rhea's going to go down, and it's going to be a Lenoir-Rhyne free kick. As Alicia Cruz steps up to take this and tells her players to push up, but let's see if she plays a simple ball back. You can see Berg here, play to my right foot. But looks like, nope, she is. She's going to play it back to Berg.
And, you know, in this situation, you're up 1-0 with 15 left in the first half. You don't have to force things. You got that one initial goal. Yeah, it would be nice to have another before, but you don't have to force it. And
plus, look at what it just built out of that.
Exactly.
Maybe Maddie Cowell didn't get the cross off that she wanted, but that ball from Berg was able to be a ball all the way down the right sideline that, unfortunately, Maddie Cowell didn't get her hips around it, but a great opportunity there for the Bears. As, again, we still see that high pressure from our forwards on this Carson Newman goal kick, and that was not the best ball through, but Carson Newman able to collect and get a turn. And
I'd like to see Gardner make a little bit more of a run behind Acton. I think that would have given
yeah, she kind of did that awkward thing where
she was
really
hiding.
Let Walters know where she wanted the ball.
And with this pressure that Lenoir-Rhyne's giving, you don't have a lot of time on the ball, so you got to make those decisions quickly and make that run and demand the ball where you want it.
Yeah, be confident in what you want. Because Walters had space to look up there.
Great vision by Mac to know that Rhea was out there and she had a gap. Unlucky, though.
All right, so there's a substitution. We are catching it this time. once I can actually visually see the numbers or hear the name, I'll let you know who's coming in.
Looks
So
like, sorry, go ahead.
Garner is going to be the one that's coming out, and we see number 22, Molly Buickowicz, entering, which is that player that I mentioned earlier who she leads the conference in assists right now. So I think she's going to be a crafty player. And, you know, for Carson Newman, you're going to want to see her be more decisive with what runs she's choosing to make. Maddie Kyle's going to take this throw over on the right sideline. And Carson Newman's going to then earn a throw of their own. But definitely interested in seeing what we're going to see from Molly, just with the stats that she has in the season. I'm curious to see what she looks like when she's playing on the field.
She already seems active up there, looking to make different types of runs and put Carson Newman in a threatening position.
It's always nice when you have fresh legs and you come on with 13 minutes left, so you know it's just 13 minutes of hard work.
Absolutely.
Maddie Kyle's going to boot the ball up. And again, don't win the first ball, but win the second. That's exactly what I'm talking about there. And
Here comes
as
Carmichael.
we see Jessica Carmichael lay it off to Amanda McFarland, who's going to find Rosie Weaver on this left-hand sideline.
Cut that one back.
Let's see what kind of little crafty moves we have right here. Good ball in from Amanda McFarland, just Steph Figueredo not able to fully collect it, but Sarah's just going to be right there to collect it in the backfield.
She'll play that one back to Berg.
Yeah, she's
just
gonna smartly
reset.
play that back to Berg. But Berg looks for a big ball of her own over there to Jessica Carmichael.
And Steph is just doing a stand-up job, taking away that back pass to the goalkeeper or even the opposite defender.
Right, and even I think that was Maths, number 5 Maths over there, who tried to clear that ball out, and just Lenoir-Rhyne, just high pressure. Carson Newman cannot clear that ball out of their own defensive third easily today. But here we see Futrell, who's that dangerous player, just looking up, looking to create something. As we saw there, Molly made a good run, just wasn't able to connect.
Yeah, that was a great run. She was ready, and she was calling for that one. Here's her first couple touches.
Sarah is going to be facing her own goal line there, tries to get a turn, and able to.
Fantastic.
How did that ball stay in? Able to find Rhea Acton, who then is able to find Rosie Weaver. And now Rhea Acton's going to be carrying up the field of her own as she finds, it's just a little bit heavy, but you saw Figueredo there making that diagonal run.
Would have liked a little bit more of an angle on that ball.
Yeah.
Steph can gather it on the corner of the box, and you had Nev running in. It could have been.
It's 100% the right idea, just a little bit off, but
absolutely
great run by Figueredo there. Great job by Rhea Acton to collect and create space of her own.
And kudos to Ina for keeping the ball in bounds and setting up that entire play.
Kept that in. Especially when you're facing your own goal line like that with a yard between you and the goal line and then the player that's guarding you right on your back. Very impressive for her to be able to somehow get the ball out of that area.
Very skillful. And that's something about all these Lenoir-Rhyne players. They all have such great footwork.
As we see Carson Newman starting to create something of their own here. Emily Futrell, I could see her demanding that ball, but number 24, it's not a bad look from Noelle Kreiser, just heavy boot, but again, there's Emily. I'm just going to keep saying, she looks very in focus. She knows where she wants the ball, and she's ready to score a goal out here, but as I stated before, Gary Higgins knew she was a player to look out for, so I'm sure our Bears have a good idea of where she's going to be out on the field all night to make sure that she's not in a position where she's got too much space in front of her.
Absolutely.
So we see Grayson Cameron survey the field, and she's going to boot one forward over here on this left sideline, and Rosie Weaver's going to win the first ball.
Unlucky.
Just
not happy with that one.
Yeah, not happy. Just unlucky header on the second touch there.
It's great to see Rosie out there, though. You know, she was out with injury for a good bit of pod play, and to have her back on the field, I think it just creates a lot more depth for Lenoir-Rhyne.
Yeah, she got injured in that first Catawba game, but shout out to our athletic training staff. Did a great job of helping her to rehab, get healed up, and get back on the field.
And that was a bruiser she had on her foot, too.
And Rhea Acton's going to throw it back in, and she's going to collect it. Rhea's doing a great job of just carrying the ball tonight. Again, not a bad look, but number 24 for Carson Newman Kreiser able to break it up. But Rhea she's collecting the ball, she's looking up, and she's taking space.
Honestly, she probably could have kept going herself there, not even distribute the ball yet.
Carson Newman's going to play across him, but Grayson Cameron easily just stand on her line. Plenty of space around her where she's not going to be in a threatening position, able to just collect the ball. And again, we see her telling her players to push up.
Bukowicz, she made a great run to the back post. Just didn't have enough on the cross for her to get to her.
Yeah, Molly was a good sub for Carson Newman. It looks like ever since she's come in, she's been very dynamic on this right-hand side. Keeping Rhea Acton busy and Sarah busy out there. As we see our VP for athletics handing the ball off to Rhea Acton. Nice little ball woman action over there from Kim Pate.
Looks like both Carson Newman and the Bears are going to have a sub.
All right, so that dangerous player that we mentioned for Carson Newman, Emily Futrell, is going to be taken off, and Rosie Weaver is going to come off for the Bears. And entering for the Bears is number 12, Vivian Jones.
And it looks like for the Eagles, it's Mick Cribble.
As Rhea Acton again carries the ball, and
not quite sure where she was going with that one.
Yeah, not the best distribution. If she could just connect that piece, she would be she's having a great performance, obviously, don't get me wrong, but if she could connect that last piece of figuring out when to distribute when she's carrying, she would just be 100% on tonight.
Absolutely, and I think it was just a small miscommunication between her and Jones of, is Jones going to sit and want the ball at her feet, or does she want that through ball behind the defender?
Right, and Jones just came on the field, so give him a second to Jones to get into the game to figure that out, and I think that it'll work out for the rest of the night.
Absolutely.
Carson Newman started to create something there, but again, just Bears defensively able to quickly connect it. And we're going to see Amanda McFarland play a ball out, but number 3, Markford, just takes it. It's always a scary situation in soccer, especially with just the number of concussions that we've seen.
Absolutely.
Hopefully she's okay, able to shake that one off. You always feel bad as the player, too. It's just like, it's just trying to clear the ball out. As we see again, the Bears are going to be building to the back here. Maddie Kyle over on the right-hand side playing to Alicia Cruis, who tries to find Carmichael over there.
And I think we called Jessica Jones earlier when we were talking about that ball to Rhea. From Rhea, excuse me.
Grayson Cameron collects the ball. And we see Sarah just doing a great job opening up. Mistouched it, but
unlucky.
Thought she had space to collect that. Yeah. It's going to go out for a Carson Newman throw over here on this right-hand side. See number 8. DeZanger lays a ball off. Goes out over there to that left-hand side, and a big ball played in. Was looking for Molly, just wasn't able to connect.
And I think a lot of these balls that Carson Newman is playing in right now and a lot of shots they had early on, it's going to be totally different come the second half when they have the wind coming with them, and it might make them a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah, so it's a great thing for Lenoir-Rhyne going up into this second half, coming up here in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Up a goal currently. Hopefully they can keep that lead. If not, increase it. But you definitely want to have some type of lead when you're going into the next half and the wind is not in your favor.
Absolutely, and I think to keep them safe, it would be nice to
Great
go
job.
up 2-0. Yeah, it was great.
Great job by Acton there to pick that off and break it apart.
Let's see if the Eagles can counter here.
Dzanger's doing a good job in the middle. As I said that, she didn't step to the ball, but she's doing a good job in the middle of finding the pass and then laying it off to the next player. A lot of give and go stuff. I think I jinxed her right when I said that. And there's a floating ball up top. Again, Zanger's going to be the one that gets the first touch on it, but looks like Louiseburg is able to earn the throw in from that somehow. Maddie Kyle steps up to take it. Trying to find a player making some kind of run. She finds Nev Dustin's head, who flicks it on, but Carson Newman then able to push the ball up, and
Crewis there with Markford going up for the header.
Mark
Crewis at least has some height to her.
Markford wins it and is now still carrying the ball. Still has it as her feet. She's messing around with that sideline over there, and
I don't know how that stayed in.
finally
Goal kicker corner, I don't know how that stayed in.
Louiseburg able to get a nice tackle in and break that up, and the Bears are coming away with possession here. As I think that was Maddie Kyle who just said, all right, let's get it out.
Yeah.
I think that was the longest Carson Newman's had possession in their own attacking third all night. Maddie Kyle
Absolutely.
wasn't having it.
And the Eagles have some space in the middle when it's with their back line, and I think if they can quickly find that and distribute, and then as LR starts to collapse in the middle, play their wingers, that's where they're going to find more success. But I think they just need to play the ball a little bit faster.
Again, Carson Newman's kind of doing what they just did and building a little something here.
Grayson Cameron's going to call that one off.
Yeah, she'll probably just keep that at her feet until she gets pressured. But yeah, playing faster would be nice for them right now. There's just, if they were a step faster, they're giving Lenoir-Rhyne a little bit more time to anticipate what's going to be coming next, and they don't want to do that, obviously.
No, and LR's doing a good job filling the gaps and doing it quickly, which is why the Eagles are having so much trouble, because they're just not distributing the ball as quickly as they should.
What a boot from Grayson Cameron there. Vivian Jones, unfortunately, just not able to run through that ball. As we see Cooper push it forward a bit, and then she's going to earn a throw-in for her team. So we see Xander step up to take this throw-in. She's going to find Mark Fort.
A little bit of a Meg there. I don't know about that one.
Called. She's trying to ask the referee what the call was. I guess it must have been some sort of push-off or something. So we're going to see Cooper step over this ball.
And again, you see Carson Newman just...
Vivian Jones taking her time to back up to that 10 yards that's necessary. But again, just all part of soccer, slowing down the game, making sure your teammates are able to get goal side and mark up.
Absolutely. No, it's a beautiful ball to the back post. Oh.
Is that offsides, maybe?
I'm not sure if it was offsides or if their first runner kind of bumped Grayson as she went to punch the ball out.
Yeah, but that was a great ball in.
Absolutely, and with their height on that back post, that'll be
That's what they want to do.
That'll be their second half all day.
Because I mean, just looking as we get to 10 seconds here, looking at our own player list, I think Mac and Crewis are taller for us.
And Luis probably gave us some height.
Louiseburg, but other than that, we don't have very much height in this Lenoir-Rhyne team. So great first half from your Bears, able to go up 1-0 on a beautiful, beautiful goal from Rhea Acton. If you haven't seen it yet, I suggest you go to our Twitter page. I'm sure it's been posted, and check it out because it was just a beautiful bending ball to the back post. And we're gonna have a 15-minute short break here, and we'll see you for the second half.
Our decision as a conference last Thursday to cancel the spring season was not made lightly.
It's Nick.
And Greer with Paramount Automotive in Hickory.
We're located right on Highway 70 in Hickory with 6 new car franchises.
And a great selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Come see us for a fast, fun car buying experience.
Paramount Automotive Hickory, ParamountAuto.com.
Cordell Harris Insurance Agency, a family-owned and operated business serving the Hickory area since 1981, where we strive to take care of you and your den like family. As an independent insurance agency, we offer a vast spectrum of coverage for your commercial and personal insurance needs with our extensive network of providers. Cordell Harris Insurance Agency is a proud sponsor of Lenoir-Rhyne Athletics. Protect your den with Cordell Harris. Go Bears!
Hickory's hometown jeweler celebrates our hometown teams, college sweethearts. These couples met and fell in love in Hickory and have been together ever since. For the past 38 years, we've helped our clients celebrate a lot of milestones, and stories like these are some of our favorites. Bring your love back to where it all began. Show your college sweetheart the past as you look together to the future, and let us help you start your future here at Oz's Jewelers.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Celebrate great with Carolina West Wireless. Great new phones and a great customer experience, all on our great nationwide high-speed network. Stop by today and get big savings on select Samsung smartphones, like $350 off the Samsung Galaxy S20 and S20 Plus, and $350 off the Note 20 and Note 20. Ultra. The great savings continue with 4 lines of unlimited data for just $35 a month per line. Celebrate great savings and go stay connected wherever your travels take you.
Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip-hop group tag team to help you plan dessert?
French vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
I love being busy in my garden. I got flowers to plant and beds to clean out. When I was feeling really tired and not like myself, I saw a doctor. Look at me now. The doctors were good, they worked with me, and they laughed with me. I'm back to doing everything I love. I needed a doctor, and I found the expert for my heart.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes...
When does they don't play till 7?
No one else plays. No one else is hosting Tim.
We can talk about how it's like coming up tonight. It'll be an important one to tune in for if we are able to come away with a win tonight. Dude, I feel like Justin might need to come spray out here. There's like yellow jackets. Probably building a nest. Apparently my in-laws are watching, so I'm gonna shout out to them. Might be a jacket for this second half.
Remind me to give you Madison's hat and hoodie.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I have it in my bag.
What hoodie is it?
LR baseball.
Do you have it? You have it on you now?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Can I have it?
Heck yeah, man.
Not yet. Not probably tonight. What time do you want to go back on? The hardest part too is like the players, the ones that we don't know, like Carson, Newman, they're on that far side. And I can't see the numbers.
In the white
The
numbers
numbers
on the
don't
orange
stick out. They don't
jersey.
stick out. Maybe like with what, like 3 minutes or something left to play.
Yeah.
So I feel like we could fill that enough.
Absolutely. With
We can
stats
talk
and
about
then we can-
stats. So,
Okay.
just because I don't know how great I can see.
And you can slide in here.
That was such a beauty. She really is doing a good job carrying the ball.
Yeah, she is.
Classic song.
Alright, you guys are gonna have to go over there and talk or be quiet. You're not that important.
Wait, we're not live yet, are we?
No.
Just, can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
That's weird.
I don't know what it is. I mean, you put this closer, so hopefully that'll help.
Yeah. I can always listen too. Don't look at me. Please works. Yeah, don't pull my shit out.
Are you coming this way?
Take this. No, of us. Oh.
All female crew, let's go.
Hell yeah.
Future is female.
Hell yeah.
Hashtag Megan Rapinoe.
Hashtag we love Megan Rapinoe.
Hashtag Megan's a pioneer.
Right.
When we do the men's game, I have a funny story about like when I first was getting to know Jack and the men's staff.
Oh boy.
So I'll like randomly throw that in.
I want to make sure we're like in the talk.
Hello.
Oh shit. I'm pretty sure that everything that we just said was on the stream. which is weird because hello, hello, hello.
Garner's going to lay a ball off there into the middle. Mark for it. Carson Newman able to connect some quick little pretty passes on right here on their own. Garner over there on the right-hand side tries to cross it in with her left foot, but the Bears just able to collect that at the top of the 18. Garner doing a good job to work back, though, and win back possession for Carson Newman, and Garner's going to play a smart ball back into the back. It's Carson Newman. We just saw Cooper lay a nice ball out there to Maths, but again, just solid defensive back line from the Bears. Just Carson Newman really struggling to create much in their attacking third.
And Steph with a nice distribution there. Bears will look to counter.
Carson Newman, goalkeeper, finds Cooper, who finds Addie Henry on the inside. Plays it off to the right back, and the right back does a good job of finding Gardner over there on that right-hand side, but quickly tackled by Vivian Jones. Carson Newman, every time they look up to play that big ball, Lenoir-Rhyne is just on it. The second you see those players' eyes go up, they're on it. And we see Nev here carrying it on her own and
great
looking for Kara.
Great idea. Just don't think her and Steph were on the same page with that.
I think Steph was definitely laying back and instead of making that attacking forward run there. But, yeah, Kara able to It was a great look.
Yeah, it was great vision for her to see, hey, look at all this space. Let me head it on so my teammate can run onto it.
I feel like if Steph had been on, she definitely could have got there, but just like you said, just not quite on the same wavelength for that one.
Absolutely. And again, same type of thing. She was looking for Gavigan to run down that sideline, and just a little bit of a miscommunication, but typically I feel like Kara would have made that run. So
she probably thought that with that kind of ball, Steph was just going to collect that down with her chest, especially the amount of space that Steph seemed to have around her.
Absolutely.
But small things. When you're losing the ball on your own attacking third, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Good step by Maddie.
Ball's going to go out. A weird bounce on it. See Mays take that throw in and find Futrell there, who looks to boot a ball up, but again, Grayson Cameron's just going to easily collect this and do that thing where she's going to keep it on her feet and keep that clock ticking until a Carson Newman player gives her a little bit of pressure.
Good take by Louise Berg.
Gavigan and those long legs, she should get there, and she
does.
Yes,
she does. Oh, what a pretty
job
touch.
just to keep it in right on the touchline there. Takes it in line.
Oh,
and great job by the Carson Newman defense.
Steph just a little late on that run. Great work by Nev.
Yeah, Nev doing a great job there, just controlling the ball at the outside of her boot, looking for Figueredo right there at the top of the 18. But Nev able to collect again, and this time finds Figueredo, who does it just a beautiful turn, and she looks for that long shot. Looked like she just didn't quite get over the ball there, so it's going to sail over the box. But again, the sun, it's starting to go down a bit more, so it's not going to be much of a factor. But I don't mind Steph looking for those shots, because I don't know if your coaches when you were young ever told you, but they say 1 in every 10 shots goes in. So
absolutely,
why would you not take the opportunities? And Steph's got a good boot right there. So
and she had the space, so might as well pull the trigger. And it looks like Rosie Weaver's checked in for Vivian Jones on the far side for the Bears.
As we see Emily, that dangerous player that we said to be on the lookout for earlier.
Great ball.
It's good idea for the switch, but great job by Rhea Acton just timing it up and interrupting that pass. Mark Ford was trying to create something there, but Lenoir-Rhyne defense just able to break it up. Figueredo's going to collect it right around midfield. find Rhea Acton, who is doing what she's been doing all night, just carrying that ball. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like that's going to be called offside. Rosie Weaver's visibly upset, probably thought that she checked the line. I'm thinking that was a super close offsides call.
Absolutely, by like a hair.
But Rhea Acton, again, just doing a great job of carrying, and that's that final piece that we wanted to see earlier, the final layoff pass. That was it. Unfortunately, Rosie Weaver just offsides there.
Carson Newman with a quick restart here, but
great run by Maddie Kyle. The ball just wasn't played quite where you wanted it to, but Figueredo is there as that ball is played back to the goalkeeper to add some pressure to make the goalkeeper kind of play off just a pass where she's got to boot it up in the air, and now
looks like this game where you're trying to count how many headers you can keep up in a row.
Yeah, we see Lenoir-Rhyne kind of bobble the ball a bit, and Carson Newman finally able to settle it down. Looks like Mark Fort was the one that came away with possession, but
now Nev with a little bit of space looking for Gavigan, just gonna let her. Doesn't feel like
the
running.
The ball is a bit ambitious by Nev. Kara's fast, don't get me wrong, but maybe not that quick.
Yeah, play that one a little bit more towards the flag, and I think she's going for it.
As we see some high pressure from the forwards, and again just forcing Ebner there to play a ball out that Alicia Cruz easily collects, and now is finding Gavigan over here on this right-hand side.
Great pressure by Kara to make them play back to their goalkeeper.
Great step by Rhea Acton there to collect, and good touch to bring it down again.
She's going to go for this one.
Carrying the ball.
Something we have not said at all tonight.
Into the 18.
Go, Rosie.
Just unable to find it, but Nev is going to be collecting it at the top of the 6. And Nev with a great left foot shot. Just if she could have gotten over that ball a little bit more, that could have been back of the net right there. But yeah, again, Rhea Acton, she's my woman of the match so far.
Absolutely.
Obviously, she had the goal, but I think even without the goal, Rhea's done a great job of carrying, and she's finally doing what we wanted to see in that first half. The final distribution piece is on as we see Nev Dustin come out of this game, and Scarlett Kelly. Shout out Scarlett, one of our Bears Choice Awards hosts, along with Nev this year, come into this match at that top center forward piece.
And Scarlett just gives our forward, or the Bears, just some height and some more physicality.
Now we see Louise Berg. She says, okay, I'll do a little react on my own. I'll carry the ball a bit. And again, Maddie Kyle, that right side defender, getting in and finding Scarlett. A beautiful through ball.
Unlucky.
Scarlett able to turn and get a shot off with her left boot. Just good job right there by Ebner to be in the right place as the goalkeeper. But great opportunities being created by the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears right now.
Yeah, we started the half just a little flat, but they seem to be picking it up a little bit more.
And the players that are creating the opportunities, the defenders. That's something that's scary when you're playing that kind of team, that the defenders are the ones that are creating the scoring opportunities.
But it just goes to show, how deep and how good this Bears team is.
100%. As, again, we see.
I know.
I think that's Sarah this time. Carrying the ball, finding Scarlett with a beautiful just laid off pass right there to Rosie Weaver, who takes it down in line on this left-hand side. Carson Newman able to get a nice, good tackle in. Nothing's going to be a foul, but it is going to earn Lenoir-Rhyne a corner kick. Looks like Steph Figueredo is the one that's trotting over there to the corner, going to be the one taking this set piece. This is like, I would like to see her drive a low ball across, because we don't have the advantage in the air right now. The height number is not there for us, so would love to see just a driven ball, something that we can get a little poke on and somehow find at the back of the net. So we see Steph Figueredo put this one in.
And there it goes high.
She's going to float it high, but
Kara
Gavigan on the back post there. Able to get a head on it, and it's still kind of in play for the Bears right now. And Alicia Cruz with just a beautiful pass out to Kara Gavigan over here on this right-hand side.
Good footwork.
And Maddie Kyle makes a great run. And when she did that, she was able to open it up for Kara to be able to turn. Sometimes in soccer, you make the run to open up something else. Obviously, it sucks doing a quick sprint to not get the ball, but
Maddie Kyle's in great shape, like we said.
As we see
Rhea Acton.
Rhea Acton.
Oh, brilliant shot.
That looked pretty similar
Ooh.
to the one that we saw in the first half.
A little bit of a dangerous tackle there by Kelly.
Looks like we're not going to see a card, though. That's a good thing.
Absolutely, but
Anytime
beautiful
you-
shot.
Yeah, and shows a little bit of respect as Kelly kind of pats Ebner on the back there. But yeah, I feel like we've said Rhea Acton's name a few times tonight.
Just a little bit.
But she's been dangerous with just carrying the ball, and when she's not laying off that final pass, she's getting a shot off tonight. Rhea Acton's also the player on this Bears team that has the most goals for our Bears. Some of those have come from penalty kicks, but some have also been
Quite a few.
in the run to play.
I think at least 3 back-to-back-to-back came from PKs.
As we see Kelly here
Oh,
with
good
a
touch.
great little flick onto herself, and she's going to be able to collect this ball over on the right-hand sideline. Plays it back off to Kara Gavigan, and she had a few players actually make some good runs there that gave her several options. And Scarlett's going to play a beautiful ball across the field
That was
to Rosie Weaver on
fantastic.
the left-hand side, who's going to get a cross off, but Ebner able to easily collect that one. But that was a beautiful little stream of passes right there. From
Yeah, it
Lenoir-Rhyne.
was. That through ball by Kelly was great.
Alicia Cruz nearly had a handball. I think she was even surprised that she didn't get called for that
Oof.
handball.
Cameraman, heads up.
We have a sub. Looks like coming off the field is number 25, Savannah Fields. And stepping on the field is number 6, Misha Wolters.
I'm glad that you could see the number because I definitely could not.
Got decent vision. Decent, not great.
It was a-
And Rosie Weaver does a great job there to shield
Shield.
off that play and is going to earn a free kick right at midfield. Looks like Mac's going to set down, and she could play quickly if she wanted to.
Right to Cruz.
To Cruz, who has some space, but instead she's going to step up. Leaves it off for Sarah to play.
I'm going to say that was a strange approach by Ina, but just throwing defense off a little bit with that one.
Looks like Gary Higgins and the referee are having a little bit of discussion here.
A little bit short. Oh, fantastic ball.
Beautiful ball right there by DeZanger.
I think that's to Molly as well.
Tamale with a beautiful ball in.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. And that was played to Emily Futrell, who's that dangerous player that we've mentioned a couple times tonight. And she honestly, I feel like she could have put that one away. She just,
Absolutely.
She mishit that with the top of her head there.
Yeah.
If she would have gotten her forehead on that instead
Dangerous. It would have gone right through Cameron's hands.
100%. That was a beautiful ball in. It was a quick little counterattack there from Carson Newman.
And honestly, that's where Carson Newman's going to get their opportunities, on quick, fast play.
Which we haven't seen a lot of from them tonight, which is something you've said would be nice to see from them.
It would, because that's the way you're going to beat this Bears defense, is quick, fast play.
100%. As we see Sarah try and send a ball out to Rosie Weaver. And she's going to win a Lenoir-Rhyne throw in there. And where the breakdown from that little Carson Newman counterattack, it was Sarah playing that set piece just pretty short there. So maybe that's something where a different player could take that next time so that they can get more of a boot on it, especially if you're just going to play a ball that's going to be a 50-50 ball like that.
Absolutely.
As we see
Gavigan
adding great pressure to this ball.
She sprints back and then full speed forward. Like,
fun fact, she's also on the track team because, you know, as we've stated, she's kind of quick.
probably make a pretty nifty 4x4 team out of the soccer team.
Yeah, if you get like Zuger involved in there.
Absolutely.
What we lack in height, we make up for in speed.
100%.
And technical ability.
100%.
And just team cohesiveness.
Yes.
This team is super, super close.
And you can see that in the style of play.
So we see Carson Newman winning that 50-50 ball. And Markfort has a little bit of a dangerous opportunity here. She lays it off for number 8, DeZonger, who tries to get a shot off.
Crewis there to block 2 shots in a row, and I'm surprised we're not getting a call here.
Crewis is a little bit slow to get up. Still down always makes you a little bit nervous.
Especially
and the referee, he's finally going to stop play. See, so this is one of those things where we'll see if the trainer comes on or if Crewis is able to work this out on her own.
And for the Bears' sake, hopefully she can, because as soon as that trainer comes on the field, she's got to come off.
Looks like her teammates are trying to talk through with it, but still shaking it off a bit. One thing that Gary Higgins has, though, is he's got a deep bench.
100%.
So that's an area where this Lenoir-Rhyne team is definitely very blessed, and it looks like both teams are taking advantage of this stops clock moment. You see both of them heading to their own bench. Get some quick water in you. Like I said, it's been hotter today than what we've seen in a while here in Hickory, North Carolina. The last time that this team played, it was 37 degrees, and tonight it finally cooled down a little bit with the sun going down, but when they started this game, it was in the 70s. All right, Alicia Crewis rolls her socks, and she's back on her feet. And that's definitely a player that you don't want to see go down. She's clearly one of our captains, great leader for this team.
Yeah, it would be a big loss for the Bears, but thankfully she pops back up, and we're going to keep playing. See what we're going to do here.
Should be. Carson Newman was the team with possession, so.
Might be like a drop ball.
Should just be a drop ball, and it looks like, I don't know, maybe we were the ones with possession.
I think,
no, it was.
They're
Carson.
playing right back to us, yeah.
All right, and Carson Newman's going to begin this by building it out of their own back, and as we see Lenoir-Rhyne doing what they've been doing all night, those forwards adding some attacking pressure, but Carson Newman with a great ball down the right-hand sideline.
Oh, what a good cutback. Unfortunate.
Just unable to find anybody right there for Carson Newman, but that was a beautiful over-the-top ball, just easily collected over there.
And the Eagles have been a little bit more threatening this second half, finding a few more opportunities, connecting a couple more passes, and they have 22 minutes to put one away.
And again, when it's do or die like this, and you're not just playing for points anymore, you're playing to advance. They're probably in a situation where they're going to keep less players back, and they're going to put some players up top that changes their formation. As we can see right now, it looks like they have, 4 players for sure up top in that attacking third because they need a goal.
Absolutely.
It's that simple. We see a big ball booted up, but Amanda McFarland able to come away with that header and find Rosie Weaver over there on the left-hand sideline, and Weaver able to keep that ball in and is now shielding off the player.
Rosie does such a good job at keeping that defender on her back and space between the ball and the defender.
Carson Newman's going to have to back up this throw in. Not going to be able to walk it up the 20 yards like they just tried to do.
And you can't see it on your screen right now, but Carson Newman has their 2 forwards sitting nice and high right on our back line. Just looking for those through balls to come to them.
Looks like they have a third forward out there too.
Yeah. I think she just dropped back for that
but
last
the
throw.
2 that are playing high right now are DeZonger and Futrell. Carson Newman's able to find a pass out wide. Lenoir-Rhyne does a great job to quickly break it up.
I would have liked to see Crewis look to kind of switch that or go forward with how much the play has been on that left side of the field the past couple minutes.
Yeah, that's one of the things when you get hurt like that, especially with how long Crewis was down. Like, we don't know how she's feeling right now, so we might not see the same big switches that we normally see from her, but she's that leader that even if she's not 100% right now, Gary Higgins is going to want to keep her on the field.
Absolutely. Good turn by Kelly. Unfortunately, can't keep it at her feet.
Kelly with a big look to switch, but
a little too high. Got stuck in the wind.
And there's that big pass through that Carson Newman is going to try and create, especially with keeping their forwards high, but just not much room in between the goalkeeper and the back line there. So Grayson Cameron able to easily collect. And then Kara's going to collect it over here on the sideline, and Kara's going to win that throw.
Great job by Gavigan just to get a little touch off the Carson Newman defender. We're going to get a long throw here from Steph.
Yeah, anytime Figueredo steps up to take a throw, and you know it's going to probably go about 20 to 30 yards.
It's basically a corner kick from her hands.
Weight room or weight room?
Definitely weight room.
It's like there might be some blood is what I'm thinking. So Kara Gavigan is going to have to come off the field, and our trainers are going to do a great job of getting her cleaned up quickly. But definitely got to play it safe, and it looks like
Jones.
Yeah. Is that Vivian Jones?
Yeah, I think so. You can tell by the...
I think it might be Jessica Carmichael.
One of them's got those bright orange cleats. 24.
Yeah, it's Jessica Carmichael's going to be coming on for Kara Gavigan so that she can get this blood cleaned up off of her. So we see Steph Figueredo take beautiful throw in. Just Jessica Carmichael again, those legs straight off the bench, able to get a touch on it. Especially coming off the bench when you don't even have time to like mentally prep
or
okay, I'm gonna go
or
in the
warm
game.
up. Just pull your penny off and go. Ooh. Carson
pressure by Kelly.
Yeah, looking a little lost there.
But well done by Addie Henry to possess that ball and find the feet of Mark for it there, who finds this dangerous player, and Emily, who lays a beautiful ball off to DeZonger, but DeZonger's going to kick it right to Grayson Cameron. But that was a nice little build up right there from Carson Newman.
And you want to know what it was? It was fast.
Yeah.
It was a fast counter, and that's where they're going to get the Bears, and that's what they just need to start moving that ball a little bit faster, and Carson Newman's going to find those gaps.
But yeah, that started with Addie Henry there, and there's a bit of a whiff from Cooper, but able to play it back to her keeper, who's able to send it up the field. And now we again see Lily Abner just collect the ball as she looks to go big here.
Lots of time too.
But great job by Amanda McFarland winning that header. And we are officially at under 18 left to play, so this is crunch time for this Carson Newman team. You have 18 minutes to get a goal or your season's over.
And in this strange spring season, you really want to just put it all out on the line for those seniors that aren't going to take their COVID year and come back and play in the fall.
And it looks like Jessica Carmichael is onside from that ball from Steph Figueredo, and Carmichael's going to play it across to Kelly, and Kelly just mistouches that. Good ball right there by Carmichael. Good run by Kelly. Just unfortunate not to be able to just clean that up. Would have loved to see Kelly get side on, and I mean, she could have played that left boot, right boot. She had time to even take a second touch. But smart ball. Jessica Carmichael again collecting that ball from Figueredo over the top. Carmichael smart, knows her angle right there. Not a great angle to shoot because Ebner did a good job of narrowing that down. Plays a good ball across to Kelly, and just Kelly unable to finish.
And Carmichael did a great job kind of slowing her run. She knew that the defender was way behind her, slow her down, let Kelly get into the box a little bit more. But like you said, just super unfortunate. But there she is again, just battling back to get the ball. I thought that went through.
I thought that ball was going to slip through to Rosie Weaver there. Yeah, Carmichael's finally got her feet under her since her abrupt entrance to the field. And it looks like Gavigan's going to come back on. So shout out again to our awesome athletic trainers here at Lenoir-Rhyne who cleaned her up. All the blood's gone. She can re-enter. And again, we're going to see Steph Figueredo on that far sideline take this big throw. See Scarlett Kelly making a run in, and Kelly able to collect with that ball in her left boot over in the left corner.
Unlucky.
Looks to go in line. Carson Newman breaks it up, and now we have a throw in, and I'd like to see Steph Figueredo take this one.
Yeah, she's calling Rosie off, saying, no, let me take this.
So we currently have 4 players in the box for Steph Figueredo.
This looks just like a corner kick setup, just a little bit more shallow.
I mean, the other thing is that Steph, when she gets it into the 18, that's also an opportunity for, like, if there's some kind of weird push in the back or something,
A penalty.
penalty kick opportunity.
Yep.
Like,
And you want to know who's good at drawing penalties? Scarlett Kelly.
Yeah, Scarlett's pretty good at those. I've seen a few from her that then usually Reacton's going to be the one that steps up and takes it for us. As we see Ebner again, she looks like she's going to go big for a second there, but instead finds number 24, Noelle Kreiser, over on the left-hand side. And Noelle looks to find Emily Futrell here, and it looks like they're going to call that bump from Louise Berg. So, actually, you know what? It's going to be
right outside the
Kyle
box.
Or Louise Berg is one of the two, but Emily Futrell just able to take in that ball from Noelle Kreiser and slip in between Louise Berg, and I think it was Maddie Kyle. And I mean, yeah, this ball is right at the top of the 18. Lenoir-Rhyne doing a smart job of, you front the ball. So obviously they know they're going to have to back up, but you front the ball, you make the referee count out 10 so that it gives your players time to mark up and figure out what they're going to do.
And it lets Cameron set the wall as well.
So we see 3 players over the ball. Futrell runs over it.
2 fakes.
Fields runs over it. Addie Henry ultimately is the one that takes it and
right into the
hits
wall.
it right into the wall. Great job by Lenoir-Rhyne there. That's a scary situation.
Absolutely.
Something you don't want to give up with 14 minutes left in a quarterfinal game when you're up 1-0. And Kara Gavigan slips a ball over to Maddie Kyle on this right-hand sideline. And although Kyle's not able to get there, Carson Newman has to play a ball out for a Lenoir-Rhyne throw-in. And we see Figueredo again with that big throw being the one to step up. I'd love to see her play Gavigan quick if Gavigan's got it in her. There's so much room down this right-hand line.
Or even in that giant gap to Kelly.
Whoever gets it, go, but that's where the space is.
Yeah, 100%. And that'll be a goal kick.
That's something that I wish Lenoir-Rhyne would have seen a little bit faster. It's one of those things where obviously you have to have the air in you, and I see Gavigan, she's got her hands on her hips, so maybe she's a little tired, maybe it wasn't in her, but when the space is there like that, when you have a player like Kara Gavigan who's so fast, just throw that ball down the line and
let her
get some
go.
runs in the box.
Sure, it was also awkward for Gavigan, too. You're in the game, you're playing hard, and then you just have to stop, come off, and then go right back out. So
100%.
That hit off her shoulder. Go
Nice
on, Rosie.
flick on from Scarlett Kelly, able to find Rosie Weaver, who's carrying it inside the box over on this left-hand side, going to do a quick step on the ball and turn it around, then tries to find Kelly. And it looks like they're going to call this a Carson Newman throw-in.
That'll be a Bears free kick. Like I said, Kelly really able to draw those fouls very well.
If you're just tuning in, it is 12 minutes left to play. Quarterfinal game, Bears up 1-0 over the Carson Newman Eagles. Shout out to NBA Roofing for helping us to broadcast this game. As you see Steph Figueredo standing over the ball. Again, I love Steph in this position. This is a great set piece opportunity for her. If she can just float that ball in right here. Great ball in. Kelly running on. Beautiful ball in. Kelly was there. There was honestly a couple Bears there. Great job of just kind of losing their mark.
And they're gonna draw the corner. And Gavigan, I mean, she scored both her goals in that last game on that back post run. So that's her sweet spot. Just being able to get a foot or a body on the ball. She does a really good job at that.
And Figueredo is just a key player that's just those set pieces are her bread and butter right there. She's going to play those all day.
Absolutely. We got
As
Rosie.
we see Rosie Weaver taking a set piece, though, and she's going to float it, and Kelly's there.
Oh, what a ball by Rosie Weaver.
And just for Kelly to get up and just onto that ball, that's the kind of header that, you know, Futrell probably wishes that she had whenever she had that opportunity earlier. But great ups right there by Scarlett Kelly. And Lenoir-Rhyne able to earn another corner kick this time. We're going to see Steph Figueredo take it from the opposite corner. Honestly, let's get a replay of that and Kelly up on it again, because that was a great, great opportunity from Scarlett Kelly.
Oh, another
similar
great
ball.
Oh.
Gavigan was there on the back post, but Carson Newman able to get
I
a
think
little
that
flick
was
on that disrupts it.
Louise Berg on that back post run.
You're right, that is Louise Berg.
We're not used to seeing her up this far, but I love to see it.
I'm not surprised, though. There's our defense again, just getting in on the attack, because
Always.
why not?
Right, because that's just what they do. And we're going to get a throw in. All these corner type opportunities for the Bears.
You see 3 players on Scarlett Kelly. Hopefully another player is going to come in and make some kind of run, but Carson Newman able to get a head on it. And now we see a quick counterattack from Carson Newman.
Oh, that ball is just a little flat.
Way too hard, way too flat. Unfortunate for Carson Newman, not able to build anything there. And Grayson Cameron again able to collect and initially tells her players to push up, and it looks like she is going to boot it down the field.
And honestly, I would have, although I want to see Carson Newman continue to play fast on those counters, I would have liked to see them take their space, get some numbers in the box, and then look to distribute there.
Right. They needed to build something there, and that was not the right move.
No, because you had 3v1 on that back line.
Great job by Scarlett Kelly to step in and just intercept that pass, and Rosie Weaver is going to collect it back to Scarlett Kelly. Scarlett's going to look over the top, and there's Scarlett with a ball that's way too heavy of her own.
And she knew it as soon as it came off of her foot. Turns to the bench and goes, sorry, coach.
My bad, guys. So Amanda McFarland looks to play something down that left-hand sideline, but instead Carson Newman's going to break that up and take it away, and now they're going down the right-hand sideline and
great cut.
Looking to go into the box for Emily Futrell there, but that's going to be another just ball that's way too heavy, and it's going to go out for a Lenoir-Rhyne goal kick.
And Carson Newman has had their opportunities, especially in this second half, but like you keep saying, their touch is just a little bit too heavy. Looks like we're going to have a sub here for the
Garner coming in for Dezanger, maybe. I don't know if it's a hard or soft C. I'm going to go Dezanger.
I like that. We'll go with it. Sorry if we are pronouncing your name wrong. Great 50-50 take by Henry.
Futrell's trying to say, hey, I won that corner kick, and
she is not happy.
Visibly upset. And
we're going to stop the clock here.
I'm going to think that she may have had a choice word or two for
absolutely
for the referee there. And we're going to see our second yellow card of the game.
This is just fueling the...
I'm sorry, that's our first yellow card. But yes, like you said, fueling. But Emily Futrell there, visibly upset. And maybe it's because this is potentially the last game of the season, but you got to be smart and keep your cool there.
Absolutely. And she's a senior, so we're not sure if she's coming back for that fall COVID year, but...
You see Futrell try and lay off something over there to Garner. It's just not on, but wow.
Oh, what a ball.
Still in, but Grayson Cameron.
Grayson Cameron.
But yeah, beautiful ball right there to Mark Fort, who finds Futrell on that left-hand side. Grayson Cameron is slow to get up, but she seems to be okay. Kind of.
Futrell really came in on that
trying to
one.
tell the referee that Futrell came in pretty hot there. And honestly, again, Futrell just got that yellow card. I know you want to try and finish that ball, but she may have gotten away with one there where anytime you're going in and challenging the goalkeeper like that, it's super likely that it's 100% always going to go in the favor of the goalkeeper. And
absolutely.
That could be a high chance card situation.
Right, and another yellow and it becomes a red. But you can just see the passion in her coming out, the want to win, the want to score, and we love to see that, especially from a senior. She's a captain, really just trying to put it all out on the line for the Eagles here.
And we are just under 7 minutes to play. Again, if you're for some reason just tuning in, maybe you're going to watch the next game that we have. Our men are taking on Queens at 7:30. This is our live broadcast brought to you by NBA Roofing. And the Bears are currently up 1-0 in this quarterfinal game. Win or go home, as we see Steph Figueredo play a huge throw-in pass down the left-hand sideline to Scarlett Kelly.
I don't know how that just came all the way back to the top of the 18. But kudos to Scarlett for keeping that in, and Cruz is going to play that ball out to Maddie Kyle. Oh, unlucky. But Gavigan there to create some pressure. Oh, what a ball.
Just able to trickle into the box there for Grayson Cameron. As we see our fans getting involved here and making some noise for their Lenoir-Rhyne Bears in the last 6 minutes. And you know our Bears up only 1-0. They need some excitement from the crowd, something to keep them going. Great job by Scarlett Kelly there to shield off the player and earn a free kick. Probably, I'm going to say 40 yards out or so. Again, we see Steph Figueredo immediately be the one that steps up and is over this ball. As the bench looks to the maestro, the leader of the team, who doesn't play, but a fabulous coach, Gary Higgins, looks over to the bench to see, hey, coach, how do you want us to play this? And looks like Rosie Weaver is ultimately going to be the one that's going to be taking this set pieces.
She's got that left foot.
Figueredo goes over to the 18.
Rosie's got that left foot, and this is a great spot for her. Just loop that ball in. Oh, Gavigan with the head.
Would have loved to see that a bit more inside. I think it looped out a little bit further than what she wanted it to.
And that
Carson
might be
Newman
the wind.
Down to their last 5 minutes of high pressure ball. Is like we've said before, this is win or go home, and we see Emily Futrell step in front of Alicia Cruz and take over this ball.
Jenna, what do you want to see here from the Bears? You know, as we wind down in time, we're up 1-0. What do you think the Lenoir-Rhyne's game plan is going to be for the next couple minutes?
I know if it was me on that field, it would be high, far, and wide. You literally kick the ball towards the corners. Of course, you want to score, but it's not your top priority. Your top priority is how can we keep possession of the ball and make the clock go down faster?
Absolutely.
How can we give Carson Newman way less scoring opportunities? So high, far, and wide. Like, I'd love to see if Maddie Kyle and Scarlett would have had their head up right there. Maybe Maddie just boot it down over that right corner line. Scarlett make a run and just go possess it in the corner for as long as she can.
Absolutely. And just like you see Alicia Cruz, she just kind of kicked that ball out of the half. You know, let's get up, let's get out of our half. But Carson Newman coming right back down their throats. Really looking to make a push here in the last 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
As we see Rhea Acton do something she hasn't done in a second, carrying the ball. And, I mean, just who was that? I think it was number 22, Molly.
Yeah. Coming in with a pretty hard tackle there on Acton.
Molly Buick, which she just kind of had to tackle it away, as Rhea's been doing a great job of carrying that ball all night long so far. And clock's still going, and it looks like Steph has taken her time over this ball, over this set piece, and she's going to finally look up and take a few steps back and get ready to take this, but still listening to the direction of Gary Higgins.
I'd love to see this ball dropped kind of in the back of the box.
That was a great ball.
Right there is exactly where I was thinking.
Gavigan was there. That was a great ball. Just again, that wind is playing a bit of a factor tonight, so maybe it floated a bit longer than we would have liked it to, but great set piece there from Steph Figueredo.
And Ebner, you see her telling the Eagles, you know, get up the field, let's go, let's use this wind.
Yeah, you don't want to be building out of the back anymore. You want to get that ball up, and looks like that was Mark Font, who should be winning that ball every time with the height that she has.
She's at least half a head or more taller than anyone on our team. Good shield by Steph. Way to draw the throw in. And another.
And again, UC Kempate.
Yeah.
Shout out to our VP for athletics over here. Just one, supporting our women Bears, but two, working to be a good ball woman on that side.
Oh, yeah.
And there was some kind of tuffle right there off the ball. Scarlett Kelly
Referee
took a
says
tumble,
play
but
on,
yeah,
though.
referee's going to say play on.
Oh, great turn by Rosie Weaver to just knock that right down to her feet with her chest.
And again, Rosie Weaver's going to boot it up over here to Kara Gavigan, who's, oh, wow, she earned a free kick out of that, and that's in dangerous territory right there.
And the Bears are, they're playing a little wild and crazy right now. Ball's getting in the air. We're not connecting very many passes. So I think, the next minute and a half, we really need to keep possession of the ball and not give anything chippy up.
I think with where this ball is at, I'd like to see Steph just maybe strike one.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got the power, even going against the wind. You give this one a line drive over the wall.
Give it a line drive, even if it's at the keeper, if she doesn't collect it, but instead she's going to find Kara Gavigan, who just made a sneaky little run over to the outside there, and Kara's going to take it in line, and she's going to look to play a ball across, and it looks like she's going to earn a Lenoir-Rhyne corner kick. But yeah, even on a piece like that, a set piece, if Steph was to strike that, if she hits it hard enough, the keeper's not going to be able to collect it, and then you go in and you try and win the second ball.
Absolutely.
Just a nice little cleanup goal.
And you're going to see Scarlett Kelly come over to the corner here along with
Rosie Weaver. This is what I was talking about. High, far, and wide.
Yep.
Literally just possess it in the corner. I don't know. Carson Newman, so on plays like this, you have to be 10 yards away from the ball. It looks like Carson Newman is more than 10 yards away. I'm not sure why they're not.
He's going to count that out, yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, maybe. Okay, long steps, but you're going to see.
We have short legs,
Yeah,
so.
Carson Newman, the second this ball goes into play, they're going to immediately go pressure this ball. And they do. And Carson Newman is going to earn a goal kick. Our men's team over there seems like they do not agree with that call, but Carson Newman has 48 seconds to try and create something, or else their season is going to be done here. As we see
what a great
flick.
flick. Here comes Molly Bukowicz. Oh.
And you just see the high intensity right now from Carson Newman.
But I would have liked to see this 20 minutes ago. Yeah. It was just very passive, and, we saw a little bit of that quick play I've been talking about, but they needed that intensity that whole second half.
Right. So Emily's going to try and get one last big throw-in in.
Got about
Still
15 seconds.
Bouncing around here, and number 10, Addie Henry, is going to collect at the top of the box and get a shot off, but Grayson Cameron is able to just easily collect, and this should wind the clock down. And now the next match that's going to matter is Wingate Catawba at 7 o'clock. So that's definitely one that you're going to be wanting to pay attention to if you're a Bear fan, because that match is going to decide who we play next. As we stated earlier, if Wingate wins that game, your Lenoir-Rhyne women Bears will be back here at home
on Thursday
night. If Catawba wins, then we'll be traveling to Catawba. But great win by the Bears on a beautiful goal from React. And again, if you haven't seen it yet, please go to our Twitter page and watch it. It was a beautiful curler just into the back of the nets. So sprinklers come on because we have another game for you guys at 7:30 this evening, when our men are going to be taking on Queens. Thank you for tuning in. Again, that was our live broadcast brought to you by NBA Roofing, and we will see you at 7:30.